Virgo, Elsie here to do a bonus read for you. Virgo, you just came right out the gate, like boom, boom, boom. You came right out the gate. Thank you so much. And you gave me all those views and clicks and likes, and I am so grateful for you. Thank you so much for doing that. And I'm here to say thank you with a read that is just a bonus read for you, my friends. So if you've not been to a bonus read yet that I've done, please know that I read for the present or the future energy, and that this could be happening at any time. For some of you, it might be on this timeline, which might be now or soon around the corner. For others of you, it might be a year from now, like today, tomorrow, or next year. Whenever you find it, I believe that it will resonate for you. So here we go, Virgo. Let's find out what's going on for you. Virgo, there's just 7 days left on the 10% off sale on private reads. Please look at the pinned comment below this video to find all the information you need to get your 10% off. Tell me what's going on with Virgo. Tell me what's going on with Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Virgo, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Why is that? 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. One more card, please. The 5 of Wands is about holding back. It's like competition in the family, possibly. Tell me more about this. We've got the world, sorry, not the world, but the Wheel of Fortune here. One more. We've got the King of Swords. Virgo, I feel like you're about to make some sort of a really big decision that is actually a fated decision. I feel like you're supposed to be making this decision at this time. When the Wheel of Fortune shows up, it's because it is divine timing. It's time for things to change. I feel like this is a turning point for you, I want to say. It feels like somebody here possibly it could go two ways. I'm just going to say these two cards here are saying a couple of things to me. So the 10 of Pentacles is the abundance, right? This could be a lot of money that you're making. This could be an abundant lifestyle. It can also be family, though. So I feel like whatever this is, the 5 of Wands tells me that you've been holding back or hesitating because there's a lot of competition. So listen, some families, there's competition within the family. Some people pick their favorites. Do you know what I mean? So there could be it could be that you're holding back from making some type of decision or some type of cut, or telling somebody where to go. So, because we've got Aquarius in the room, right? Aquarius, well, it's Gemini and Libra, of course, because we are in a general reading. But I want to say it's a fixed sign, right? Because we do have the Wheel of Fortune here, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. And I feel like it's, it feels like Saturn-like energy. It feels like somebody here is about to really speak up and say what they think. I feel like for some of you, this could be a lot of money. This could be abundance in other ways. Take it as it resonates for you. But for some of you, I feel like there has been some sort of competition going on in your family. And I don't feel like it's you and your spouse and your children. I feel like it's mother and father and dads, sisters and brothers, that kind of thing. It feels like you've been fighting to be seen, I want to say, fighting to be heard, possibly, to be taken seriously for some of you. We do have the Wheel of Fortune, and so it tells me that this is a turning point, that you're no longer going to have to fight to be heard. I feel like there is somebody here who's finally going to step into their Aquarian energy here, or their air energy. I feel like there's something that you need to say. You need to be truthful and honest about something, transparent about the way that you feel about this competition that the family has you in. Look, make no mistake about it, there are families out there who do pit their children against each other, and I feel like this feels like it's that kind of energy to me. But I feel like you're about to stand up like the King of Swords and say, look, I've got something to say, and you're going to listen to me right now. And it's a turning point in your life where you finally stand up and say, I got something to say. You guys are all going to sit down and listen to me, and I'm tired of being in competition. I'm no longer holding back. I'm finally here to say what I need to say. Tell me more about Virgo. Virgo, look at you. Look at you. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What else do we need to know about Virgo? Because Virgo, you're usually the watcher. You're usually the one who watches silently. You're taking notes, you're going over details, watching how people act and react to each other. You're not usually the person who's going to stand up and say something unless you've had enough. And you don't want to push Virgo to a point where they've had enough, because they will come out as the King of Swords, and head over heart, I'm just going to tell you exactly how I'm feeling about the situation. So I feel like when you do finally get up, when you liberate yourself, when you stand up and say something, that the Wheel of Fortune being here, I feel like when you do this, because I don't feel like it's happened yet. I feel like when you do this, this is going to be a changing time in your life. It's going to be a turning point that was supposed to happen at the time it's going to happen. So for some of you, that might be around the corner, and for others of you, it could be a ways away. Tell me what else we need to know about Virgo, please. We've got the Lovers. It was your choice. It was your choice to say something, to finally stand up and say something. We've got the Six of Cups. These are all people that you've known for a dog's age. You've known them for a really long time. You have a lot of nostalgia with these people. I feel like you love them dearly. I feel like you're just tired of the way things have been going up to here. We do have the Page of Cups. Now, the thing is I feel like you are going to surprise yourself. I feel like it's always been up in your head, right? Because that's the air signs. It's always up in their head, right? I feel like you've been thinking on it for a really long time, wondering what you should say. And I feel like this is going to happen in a moment's notice. You notice that the Page of Cups here has come up on the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like it's going to be a shift of your energy. You're either going to be sitting amongst the family, or you're going to be traveling toward the family, going to see them. And in a moment's notice, you're like, you know what, I'm done with this crap. I'm just going to say something when I get there. Or maybe you're already there and you're like, you know what, you guys need to shut up for a second. I got something to say, and then I'm going to leave, but I'm going to say what I'm going to say. So if you can be quiet for a moment, I've got something to say. It feels like you don't want to hurt any of these people because they are family members or people that you've known forever. But I feel like this Page of Cups is telling me that you are about to kind of tune some people in. That's what it feels like. But I want to say that you're not preparing it. I feel like maybe you've thought about it and prepared the words. If they say this, I'll say that. I'll counter with this. They'll say that. Because you know these people, because you've lived with them, or they're your family possibly. Maybe it's best friends we're talking about. It could be someone that you've been dating for a while. But I feel like you are going to surprise yourself with the Page of Cups. And I think also the Page of Cups is telling me that you're going to try and say it in the kindest way possible. But once you open your mouth, that's it. It's all going to fall out. That's what it feels like here. That once you open your mouth, it's all going to fall out, and you can't, it's like you're not going to be able to pull it back in again. It feels like with the Eight of Wands, things start to move quickly from here. It feels like there's lots of back and forth, I want to say. So don't expect that you're getting up to do a monologue and then walking out of a silent room. I don't think it's going to happen that way for you. I feel like it's going to be a lot of back and forth, and I think it's going to be surprising that it is a lot of back and forth. I feel like you are going to say it as kind as you can, but quite honestly, I feel like it's going to be confusing and overwhelming for everyone here, including this Lover's card here. Could be that maybe you are going to be in this room with your spouse or with the person that you're dating, but this could also be that this is your choice, that you're choosing to say something to the family. It's coming up in the future here. What happens after this tuning in takes place? I keep thinking tuning in. You're like, wait a second. No. I got something to say. That's what it feels like here. We've got the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Yep, it's like I'm no longer confused, overwhelmed. I know exactly what I'm going to say. And I feel like you're saying it from the heart. I want to say that. You're saying it from the heart. And even at the risk that people are going to be upset with you, right? Sad, regretful. We've got the Two Cups here, but the Two Cups on here are in the reverse, and so is the Five. So with the Five being in the reverse, that's no regrets. I'm just going for it. No regrets kind of situation. I've been waiting to say this for a long time, and I'm going at it with no regrets. But the Two of Cups is in the reverse too. I want to say that there is some sort of unhealthy relationship that has grown here. And whoever the Ten of Pentacles is for you, it could be a friend group. It could be your workplace. It could be maybe someone's going out of the workplace in a blaze of glory. But I want to say that with the Two of Cups in the reverse and the Five of Cups in the reverse, that you're doing it at a no regrets situation. And it's just been a unhealthy relationship that's been consuming you for a really long time without saying anything. Because you're not usually the person who will start the kerfuffle unless you have some sort of combative energy in your rising sign, possibly. And what else do we have here? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Look, you grow from this. I like that. I like that you grow from it. You've decided that you're the person that's just going to stand up and say it, and you are growing. No more waiting. I feel like you've waited long enough here. You kept your mouth shut long enough. I feel like you chose to turn a blind eye to whatever was going on in the family or the relationship that you have with the soul tribe or the friend group or whatever it is. You chose to turn a blind eye because you didn't want to cause a fight, an argument, or any sort of kerfuffle, right? And we do have the Five of Cups, but the truth of the matter is it's got to be said. Whether it makes people sad or not, it's time for you to take this blindfold off here. I think you've turned a blind eye for long enough. It's time for you to say something, and it's going to make some people sad. What is it that you're saying here? Tell me what this situation is about, please, for Virgo. Tell me what the situation is about for Virgo. What are we talking about? I feel like you've kind of been putting off saying something with the Two of Swords here. You've kind of been blocking your own growth by remaining silent and not saying anything here. We've got the Four of Cups. We've got the Three of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Look, it ends up working out. You know what I think happens here, Virgo? I think people grow respect for you. Because you grew a pair, I think people grow respect for you. I think so. We've got the Four of Cups here. I feel like your comfort zone is a place of watching, taking notes, not really saying much. And I'm not saying that you're not opinionated. I'm sure that you have opinions. And it always depends on what's in your moon and your rising. And so I always caution people when they say, oh, that's not the way Virgo is, or that's not the way Aquarius is. Please know that that's not the way you are. That's not the way every Aquarius is. That's not the way every Virgo is. And I never read that way anyway. Please know that it's always about the moon and the rising. And if you don't know your moon and your rising, you just don't know who you are. So I don't know what you're talking about at that point. But I want to say that the person I'm reading for right now, the Four of Cups, this is your comfort zone. Your comfort zone was just to sit there and watch everybody else argue. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to sit in the corner and eat my cake, grandma's cake, and I'm not going to say anything. I feel like people sort of poke at you, right? We've got the cup here, that people sort of come to you with their plights, and you listen and you take notes and you just quietly do that. And I feel like that's your comfort zone, that you weren't the person who is ready to stand up and speak up, but I feel like you were just waiting for the right time to liberate yourself. You were waiting for the right time to say something, and I feel like you do grow. You grow, Seven of Pentacles, but I feel like what grows here is love. I feel like the people who know that what you're saying is true, I feel like they are very happy with you, I want to say. Tell me about this. Tell me about the King of Swords, please. I think you say it in a very diplomatic way, I want to say, but whatever it is, I feel like it's something that is very poignant, that needed to be said. The Five of Pentacles is here. I feel like there is something going on in this group, whatever the group is, or maybe it's a workplace, that nobody was saying. Everybody was saying it to each other, but nobody was saying it out loud, or they were whispering it to each other. But I feel like you had enough. The Six of Swords is here. I feel like in your mind you already had figured out what you were going to say. You had already moved on. I feel like this is a family situation. We do have the Four of Wands, but I want to say this, that the Ten of Cups is here and the Four of Wands. So I feel like if this is a family group, or if this is a group of friends that feel like family, I want to say it actually brings y'all closer, because I think it starts a dialogue amongst people who really love each other. And it's time, with the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, it's time for us to finally move forward from something. There it is, the Chariot here. Finally time for us to move forward and not keep our feelings below the surface. Cancer is the energy with the Chariot. It's time for us to move forward from whatever this is. We do have the Eight of Pentacles. Now it's in the air. Now it's in the ethers. We've talked about it. Now we can work on it. Now there you are, Virgo, working hard on it, right? I feel like not only working hard on yourself, but I feel like you now have a different perspective of the group. The group also has a different perspective about you. They see how much you've grown, how much you've worked on yourself, how hard you've been working, and that you really are kind of a subject matter expert, because you're the person who sits back and watches. You're watching Aunt Martha, you're watching mom and dad argue, you're watching your sister piss your brother off. I feel like it could be a family unit, but maybe it's friends. I feel like you're the person who doesn't really say much, but you absolutely know what's going on. So I feel like it gives them a different perspective about how really bossed up you are with the King of Swords, and it also gives you a different perspective on them. Now we can all move forward. I love it. But I feel like don't force it, okay? if this is something that is making sense to you, don't force it. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Things are to move forward in a fortunate direction. Look, we had all of this stuff come out here, and I feel like it was supposed to come out, because what does it end up being here? It ends up being that we get to move forward, we all get to work together, and now we all have a different perspective. We have this aha moment, and your gut is what told you, your intuition told you it was time, and you listened to your intuition and to this Wheel of Fortune energy. Divine timing, it's time for you to change. It was time for you to stand up and say something. And what is the outcome here? Tell me about the outcome for Virgo. What comes next after this? We've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Fool in the reverse. And we have the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like the ones that don't like it are going to be gone. That's what it feels like. The ones that don't like it are going to be gone. Fool's in the reverse. Some people aren't going to agree with what you say. Some people feel like you're a fool for opening your mouth, but that's okay. And we do have the Three of Pentacles. You might go from the Ten of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. You might lose family members. You might lose friends. I'm just saying. But the ones that matter, the ones that are collaborative, the ones that are on your side, you're on their team, they're on your team. The ones that really have this stick-to-itiveness here, I feel like the ones that just were taking and the ones that we're not ready to give in return are the ones who are going to whittle away. You might lose Seven Pentacles, right? But you still have the three. The people that count hang out with you, and you get to grow. You get to say what you wanted to say. Yep, Seven of Swords is here with the Six. Look at that. Yeah, it does feel like somebody here was keeping something that was concealed and decided to go with the victory instead. Instead of keeping quiet, we got everything out in the open. And now we can grow again. And I think that's really wonderful. I'm going to leave that there for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Thank you for all the ways you love on this channel. I'm going to go for now. Be well. Thanks. Bye-bye.